Well, welcome to Oklahoma City and the Chesapeake Energy Arena, home of the Thunder, who've returned home after a rough couple of games in Portland, as this opening round Western Conference playoff series has the Trailblazers up 2-0. OKC desperate to stop Damian Lillard as we get set for game number 3. It's first round action on ESPN, and it's presented by Mountain Dew. A sellout crowd expected as they're glad to have their team home. As you look at the Western Conference playoffs, Golden State now up 2-1. Houston a 2-0 advantage, and San Antonio up 2-1 against Denver. Can OKC get into the win column here tonight? And good evening, everyone. Along with Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy, Mike Green on hand, Lisa Salters with us as well. Obviously, it's a huge game for OKC. They don't want to fall 0-3, that insurmountable lead in NBA playoff history. You guys always like to talk about in these big playoff games, your star players have to play like stars. That includes Russell Westbrook, who said after game 2, his play was unacceptable in that loss. What type of game does he need to have, Mark?
Well, first of all, he's right. He's got to have an impactful game. You look at his numbers, they look impressive across the board, but he's got to be much more efficient on the offensive end. 1 of 10 from three-point land, shooting 35% from the field. He's got to be better. I'm not worried about offense. He's got to find a way to disrupt them defensively.
Meanwhile, for Portland, one thing that was cemented in those first 2 games, they have a very special backcourt led by one of the truly elite players in the game in Damian Lillard.
Well, they are playing outstanding basketball, coming off the disappointment of the last 2 postseasons where they've gotten swept. They have come through in a big way. 58 points, high efficiency, and they are guarding as well.
Let's take a look at the starting lineups for game 3. As you see those terrific numbers for those 2 guards, and the starting lineup brought to you by Modelo Especial. Lillard and McCollum. Harkless played well in game 2. Al-Farouq Aminu. Cantor had the big game 1. Meanwhile, for OKC, Westbrook and George, key players, obviously, as the stars. But the Thunder could use a big game for Jeremy Grant, who during the regular season had his best year in the NBA. One thing for certain, this crowd is ready. Paul George has played a lot of minutes despite the shoulder injury. He's not mentioned at all, really. Not anyone want to talk about it, but he's been bothered by a right shoulder. He shot the ball much better in game 2, but will need a huge game 3 to get them in the win column. As always, a great atmosphere here in OKC.